Mitakuyepi. Hello everyone. In this video, I would like to talk about numbers in Lakota. So on the screen, you should see the numbers from 1 to 10. So let's go through these. Also, please say it the same way that I do because I'm teaching you the music of the language as well. So when I go up high on one part of the word, then do the same thing so you can learn the music. So I will say them in Lakota and follow along on the screen and repeat after me. Wanchi, Nupa, Yamni, Topa, Zaptan, Shakbe, Shakoing, Shaglochan, Napchunka, Wikjamna. So those are the words for the numbers from 1 to 10. And you notice for the number 1, Wanchi, that's the only time you'll ever be saying that word like that. Wanchi, when you're counting. Now let's go through numbers 11 through 20. I will say them in Lakota and repeat after me. Ake wanji. Ake numpa. Ake yamni. Ake topa. Ake zaptan. Ake shakpe. Ake shakoing. Ake shaglochan. Ake napchunka. Wikjamna numpa. So, when you look at these words from 11 to 19, all we did was put ake in front of the word. Ake means and again. And look at 11. You see what I mean? Now instead of wanchi, you're saying wanji. So that's why I said the only time you'll say the word wanchi is when you're counting. And look at the number for 20. We see this Wikjamna is 10 and Numpa is 2. It's like saying 10 times 2, and that equals 20. So you see there's some multiplication in Lakota in speaking it. Isn't that cool? Our math is in our language. Think about that. And this really is true. So yeah, 10 times 2 is 20. Wikjamna numpa. Okay, now let's count by tens. Okay, 10, 20, 30, 40, like that. So 10 is Wikjamna. 20 is Wikjamna numpa. What do you think 30 is? 10 times 3. You are correct. So, Wikjamna Yamni. That is 30. 10 times 3. Wikjamna is 10. Yamni is 3. So, 10 times 3. Put the two words together. Wikjamna Yamni. So, let's go from 40 to 100. Repeat after me. Wikjamna topa. Wikjamna zaptan. Wikjamna shakbe. Wikjamna shakoing. Wikjamna shaglochan. Wikjemina napchunka. Opawinge. The word for 100, opawinge. Now, I bet you thought I was going to say Wikjemina, which technically could be correct, but really it's opawinge. So, in the comment section, can you guess how we would count by 100s? Like saying 100, 200, 300, 400. Do you think you can figure that out? If you think you can, write what you think. 200, 300, 400, all the way to 900. Write what you think it is if you would like. I challenge you. Okay, so now, what about the numbers between the tens? Like, for example, 23 or 71 or 99. What do you think about those numbers? Okay, well, you look on the screen, there's a formula there. And you see where it says Wikjemina, and then an underline. And then you see Sam Ake and another underline. So in this formula, for example, let's say we want to say the number 22. So you know 20 is Wikjemina Numpa because 10 times 2. Yeah? So you would put Numpa in that first blank right after it says Wikjemina. Yeah? So Wikjemina Numpa. That tells you right there it's 20. And then Sam Ake. And then you put the number from 1 to 9 in that second blank. And we want 22. Yeah, so we want a 2 there. Because we already have the first 2 for 20 in the first blank. So we put the other number in the second blank, which again is Numpa. So the Lakota words for the number 22 is Wikjemina Numpa Sam Ake Numpa. Let's try one more. Let's go for 68. What is 60? See that first part? What is 60? Wikjemina, what's the number for 6? Shakbe. Correct. So 6 goes in the first blank, and the Lakota number, the Lakota word for 6 is Shakbe. And so we want the second number now, which is 8, because we're trying to make the number 68. So, what is the number for 8? Shaglohan. Correct. So you put that word in the second blank. So the number for 68 in Lakota is Wikjemina Shakbe Sam Ake Shaglohan. You see how that works? Pretty cool. So now I'm going to ask you how to write 3 more numbers. And if you would like to give me your answers, put them in the comment section. Okay, the first number, 47. If you can write the Lakota words for 47, that's the first number. The second number, 35. So write that one. And for the third number, 99. All right? Okay, so that's the numbers from 1 to 100, basically. So if you want to, write it out. Yeah, write out all the Lakota words from 1 to 100. So you can say, I can count to 100 in Lakota. Oh, by the way, the word for 0 is Daganishni. So if you want to count from 0, you start Daganishni. Then Wanchi, Numpa, and so forth. So that's some information about numbers in Lakota. So in our next dialogue, the two people will be asking each other, how old are you? Or maybe they're going to say, what time is it? So we're going to bring numbers into that dialogue, but I thought I would talk about the numbers first so you get an idea of how they go. And one more thing about numbers is that, like, for example, when we were making the Lakota words for the number 22, which was Wikjemina Numpa Sam Ake Numpa, there are a lot of people who are only using Sam, or they're just using Ake. For example, they will say Wikjemina Numpa Sam Numpa. This is incorrect. Or they will say Wikjemna Numpa Ake Numpa. This is incorrect. Both words have to be there. And so it's very important to learn that, okay? Because you will see other people learning from other sources that are very questionable and have more of a Western perspective in their materials. But that's not how to speak Lakota. When you speak Lakota, you have to speak from the Lakota perspective. Many years ago, my mother told me, when you speak Lakota, you have to think Lakota. And I used to be baffled by that when I was younger. But now I know what she means. If she means you have to know that perspective. And that Lakota perspective says, Sam Ake. Both words, not just one or the other. Both Sam, Ake need to be in the numbers. So I just want to make that point clear. All right? I invite you to come visit my website at wolakota7.com. You can see the address on the screen. And here you can learn about the books that I've written, and also some of the services that I offer. For example, spiritual consultation and Lakota language lessons. And you can see the books that I wrote. And one of them, called Kea and Matho Stonehearts, I wrote with my wife. And if you would like to order these books or order any of my services, you can see all the information on the screen. And for more questions, please write to me at the email address that you see at the bottom right of the screen. I'd like to thank you all for watching my Lakota Language YouTube channel. And I hope you're getting information that can help you in learning the language. And the best way to learn Lakota language is to also learn the culture of the language, because a lot of the language rules are based on cultural and spiritual concepts. And if you don't know, I do have another YouTube channel that is based more on the Lakota spirituality and Lakota culture. And I'm going to put a link to that channel in the video description. So if you don't know about my other channel on Lakota spirituality, I invite you to come visit and check out the information that I have there. I got a lot of videos and also some songs, traditional songs and contemporary songs. Yeah, so I invite you to visit my other channel. Everything is a circle. There is no end. So that's why we say until next time, which in Lakota is Doksha Ake. And so with that, I will catch you in the next video.